All right, welcome to another edition of Catching Up with the Cats presented by Atrium Health. I'm Justin Parker, and along with me today is volleyball coach extraordinaire Chris Willis. Coach, how you doing?
As well as can be asked of me right now. So yeah, I just appreciate actually being here talking with somebody else in the athletic department.
Yeah, someone older. I know you've got kids. I've got kids. What's home life like right now?
I'm learning to really appreciate the teachers that our kids have at school. I
That's
think
right.
they all need raises. It is not just education, man. They are. I mean, what they have to put up with my kids, I can speak for myself. They all deserve raises.
Well, I see you've got your Davidson volleyball stuff on. I've got mine on. What kind of hat do you have on? I can't. Is that?
Well,
Oh
I
man,
like
are you serious right
I
now?
like to remember, it is baseball season and I love winning. So, you know, I'll keep my Cardinal stuff on and you can keep your other team on, whatever that is.
You see my Cubs hats in the background, and Coach and I we talk about volleyball a lot, but we end up talking about baseball a lot, and I'm missing it, man. Just this daily talk about Cubs, Cardinals, and things like that, and just any baseball I would love to see right now.
Yeah, there's a something I love doing every day was just checking the box score, seeing if we won, we lost, seeing how certain people did. Obviously, we have that connection with Tommy Edmonds right now in St. Louis, and I'd always check the box score to see how he did. So there's just a lot of connection there. And me growing up in St. Louis, I still, I'm a huge fan, and so definitely missing that right now.
And how about Elise? She did land a job with the Cardinals, right?
Yep. She's still scheduled to go out there sometime in late May.
Okay.
She'll be working in the analytics department with the Cardinals, and yeah, she's really excited about moving out there and getting started with her career. So pretty cool opportunity, I'd say.
That's pretty cool. Elise Edmond, the senior libero who we featured earlier this year, older brother Tommy plays for the Cardinals and everything. So another baseball side of this, I work with the baseball team a lot at Davidson, and you're out there. You kind of man the concession stands as a volleyball team. Do you have a surplus of food right now? Like if there's if there's a problem?
Unfortunately, yeah, we have a lot of hamburgers left over. We got some Diet Pepsi, some Mountain Dew, lots of candy left over. I have not taken that home for my kids. Unfortunately, we bought a big supply of food right before this all hit us, and so yeah, I think we're going to be having a cookout here pretty soon in the neighborhood. Everyone properly distanced. But yeah, we may have a little cookout on our street. Plenty of hamburgers left. I do have to replenish the buns; those didn't stay fresh.
Yeah, one thing that happened with the season being gone, Rucker 3, as I call him, Rucker Taylor's dad, Coach Rucker Taylor's dad, was planning to do a pig picking out there at some point. He was wanting to. He had told me that idea, like about promoting it. So that went by the wayside as well. But
Yeah, well, we missed that. I know he always has some great ideas and some great food. Yeah, that a lot of that baseball stuff I missed. Just going up to the game, seeing the fans, seeing the players. They had such a great start to their season.
yeah.
Wish that was continuing on, but obviously a lot of things are on hold right now.
Well, volleyball side of things, what have you been able to do with your team at this point? And what are you normally up to at this time? And then kind of what have you been able to do?
Well, we got two heavy things going on in general right now. One, recruiting. So this is the heaviest part of our recruiting season. So I was supposed to be out in Dallas this weekend, and that's a trip I really look forward to in our recruiting. And the other piece is training. We're really heavy into spring training right now. And, we'd be playing every other weekend or during the week. So a lot of opportunities for our young players to get better, who maybe didn't see as much competition time in the fall. They get opportunity to play against other teams during the spring. It's really a time for growth for the maybe the freshmen or sophomores who don't have a lot of competition experience. So that's disappointing for us and for them to miss that time. But every program in the country is dealing with it right now. So not a lot we can do, obviously.
Is there anything that maybe you've learned from this process, just of things that might be able to help you guys as you move forward with how you do things and how you connect? And
Yeah, that's a great question, and something that I've had on the forefront of my mind, and I really started to be intentional about it this year, was building better relationships with my players, spending time one-on-one with them, and finding out what they're doing outside of the volleyball world. Just meeting with them and talking to them about what's important to them in their lives, and about their family, about what they do outside of school and volleyball. And we started to do that a lot in the spring by setting up, meetings with them. And then this hit, and now we all have time. And I've spent a lot of time on the phone over the last month with our players, just talking to them and asking them how they're doing, what they're up to. That's been really beneficial for me, being able to see things from their side. So that's been great. That's been one thing that I see as a blessing coming out of this. Is I feel like I've gotten to know our players a lot better.
Right. I think we're all connecting in ways that we haven't. I mean, you and I haven't done a Zoom before. I mean, sometimes we're on the ellipticals next to each other. But
You're usually going a lot faster than me, so I usually
I don't know about that. Nobody's keeping up with Bob, though.
Yeah, you're true.
All right. What mundane volleyball task that you probably have come to hate in the fall would you love to do right now? Is there something? Putting up the net, does that get old? I mean,
no, I don't enjoy. 25 years in this, and I never want to set up a net again. I'll be really honest with that. But planning practice, which is sometimes you rack your brain to try to come up with some original stuff to do. I would love to be able to just be planning practice with our staff, talk about what ideas that we want to implement, what skills we want to work on, original drills. I know I talked to Aubrey quite a bit. She's had some good experiences with other programs. And I'd say, hey, how did you guys train passing or blocking? And why don't you run the drills for that this afternoon? So just planning practice sometimes and thinking, how can I meet the needs of our players today in practice? I think that's something I'd really like to, that I'm looking forward to getting back into.
Yeah. All right. A few quick things here at the end. What kind of things are you watching on TV? How are you staying busy? What are you watching?
Oh man, I'm not a big TV watcher, actually. My wife, always, on a weekly basis, every Thursday, Grey's Anatomy, got to watch Grey's. So, that's something we've watched together. But now, they just had their season finale. So, I don't know what we're watching. Unfortunately, I've watched way too much CNN, and I don't know what the news is from one day to the next. But I still keep up with it. But yeah, I haven't gotten into, a weekly show or anything like that. So maybe that's something, I'll finally subscribe to Netflix and see what this Tiger King is all about.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's something. I heard you were in it, but I guess not. So.
Well, we're keeping that on the DL. Okay.
Well, hopefully we'll be back to some sense of normalcy soon and have some baseball and some volleyball and all that good stuff and run into each other in person. But this has been fun catching up with you.
Fantastic. Look forward to it. Everybody out there in Wildcat Nation, can't wait to see you guys back in the gym, and go Cats.
He's Chris Willis. I'm Justin Parker, and this is Catching Up with the Cats presented by Atrium Health.